welcome you on your journey to Hobbiton. I'm very, very pleased that you're able to take the time to go visit our set. It's great when you're making a movie, everything's so temporary. The film survives, but the sets and the costumes and the props that you make, they all just get thrown away. And so I'm delighted that Hobbiton has managed to survive, and I'm really pleased that you're taking the time to visit it, and I hope you'll enjoy yourself. It's been years ago that we were flying around in a helicopter and found the Alexander Farm from the air, and it for some reason from the air it looked right, and when we landed it was absolutely perfect, as I'm sure you'll see for yourselves. So thank you very much to the Alexander family for their brilliant support over the years, and especially to Russell, who has been the greatest business partner to have, and as you'll see yourself, doing a fantastic job, making you very welcome. So thank you and enjoy yourselves.
From the entire Alexander family and everyone here on set, we're thrilled to have you. The tour starts with a journey through our 1,250-acre working sheep and beef farm. It's these rolling green hills that attracted the location scouts way back in 1998. After the completion of filming The Lord of the Rings in 2000, the set was turned down and Hobbiton was left as little more than a sheep paddock. So when Peter and his team returned for the Hobbit, seized the opportunity to partner up and rebuild the set permanently, and it's been growing ever since. It's been an incredible journey, one we're proud to share with you today. Enjoy.
Alright, welcome back everyone, and welcome to the Alexander Farm. The sun has come out for us. How lucky. Well, our journey really starts way back in the spring of 1998 when the location scout for the Lord of the Rings movies, David Comer, came and knocked on Ian Alexander's farm door. Now it was a Saturday and Ian was watching the rugby. We all know how much Kiwis love their rugby. But it was half time, so he answered the door to David, who asked for permission to look around the farm. He was told yes on two conditions: that he closed all of the gates and didn't mix up the sheep. So David went to explore the farm, and he soon found three features that he knew would be perfect for filming Hobbiton. Those were a lake, a tree, and a rising hill. 6 weeks later he came back with his own fellowship in tow, which included Sir Peter Jackson and two concept artists, John Howe and Alan Lee, and they began to sketch out what they thought Hobbiton could look like here in the farm environment. By March of 1999 they had signed contracts, and the very next day the New Zealand Army moved in and began to build the road that we are driving along right now. As a thank you to the Army, Peter Jackson allowed them to be extras in the movies. So if you go back and watch them again, bear in mind that many of the Uruk-hai that you see in the Helm's Deep and other battle scenes are in fact members of the New Zealand military. Now as we come up the hill here, if you look to the right, you will shortly get your very first look at Hobbiton. You will see a large oak barrel, the thatched roof of the mill house, and the double-arched stone bridge leading to the world-famous Green Dragon pub. And you might spot some smoke rising from the chimneys over there. The Green Dragon is the fastest pouring pub in the whole of New Zealand, pouring over 40 drinks every 10 minutes. Alright guys, I'm going to pop on another quick video for you now, so do keep one eye on your screen as you enjoy the surroundings here. Alright, so as we come over the hill in front of us, if you continue to look to the right, you'll see what we call Dusty Haven. Now, it might look just like a car park, but it is so much more than that. During the filming of the movies, it was the technical car park, and it's where all of the light and sound equipment was stored. It's also where the original 39 Hobbit holes were made, hence the name Dusty Haven, because of all the sawdust they produced. Today it's home to our art and maintenance crews, including gardeners, painters, joiners and carpenters. Now if you look to the left, this strip of grass next to the road here, this was the animal kingdom, and it's where they kept 29 species of animal extras, including a moonwalking rooster called Michael Jackson, a pig called Boris or Leroy, depending on who you asked, lots of Suffolk sheep and Clydesdale horses, to name but a few. And if you look left, yes again, this large grassy paddock that you see here, this is where base camp was set up. And if you look ahead guys, you'll see a rainbow. So base camp is where all of the human actors and extras were kept. And they had a couple of large marquees where they fed everyone restaurant quality meals 3 times a day, 2 courses for breakfast, 2 for lunch and 3 for dinner, with gourmet snacks in between. There's no excuse for skinny hobbits at Hobbiton. And as we come over the hill and round the corner, if you look left again, you will see Hobbs Cutting. So if you look to the hill, you'll see a gap in the trees and some tree trunks lying on the ground. This is Hobbs Cutting, and it's where we first see the Alexander farm in the movies. Now you might remember a scene with Frodo reading a book under a tree. Well, that was actually filmed 400 kilometers south in Otaki. But when he starts to run downhill, we cut over to Hobbs Cutting just here for a very important scene that's about to be on your screen. See if you can recognize it. Yeah, it went from side to side. It's great.
You're late.
A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
All right, everyone, we're at the start of the movie set, so we're going to leave the bus. Make sure to take everything with you. We'll go through the gates on our left. As we go through on the right, you'll see there are some umbrellas. These are very useful for the rain and the sun, so do feel free to grab one. They're rather large, so you only need one between 2 people. There's also a bin for your rubbish, and on the left there are some toilets. We'll meet very shortly underneath the Hobbiton sign.